Doug Peterson in Philadelphia said that they're just focusing on getting Wentz healthy at the moment. Wouldn't say about whether he's going to go against the Rams this weekend. Amazingly enough, it was at the Coliseum against the Rams last year when he dove for the end zone, got sandwiched in between two defenders, and tore his knee up. So here he was coming back to the same spot, hoping to keep the season alive for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he is not expected to go this Sunday. And again, back injuries are very funky. As Ian points out, given the time of the year, 2 more games to go, he may not be able to go. And normally, when your starting quarterback goes down in week 15 and your team is sitting there at 6-7, trying to desperately to stay in an NFC East race that looks more and more like it's wrapped up for Dallas anyway, and is a half game behind a Minnesota Vikings team that, amazingly enough, just fired their offensive coordinator, who is, ironically enough, the quarterback's coach for Carson Wentz last year. Normally, when you hear that about a team losing their starting quarterback, you think it's over. Not this team. Their backup's the Super Bowl MVP, reigning Super Bowl MVP, who, by the way, was in fact coached by John DiFilippo, who is available and can, one assumes, can tell all those people who are upset with Hugh Jackson going from Cleveland to Cincinnati, hold my beer. So here comes, why wouldn't the Eagles go and knock on his door and say, join us, let's get the band back together? Frank Reich's obviously not walking through that door. He's got the Dallas Cowboys this week. So it's amazing how the former assistants last year can do the Eagles a favor. One can beat the Cowboys. The other one can just basically say, okay, I'll come back. Let's get the band back together because we need him. Because here comes Nick Foles. The whole band's getting back together. I mean, it's like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Maybe they're on a mission from football gods. Because here comes Nick Foles, it seems, to go to Los Angeles, where he came on the field for Carson Wentz in Week 15 last year. It was Week 14, actually, because then he played against the Giants, beat them. Then there was an awful game Monday night against the Raiders where we're wondering what in the world is happening right there. And then he had a cup of coffee in Week 17 before the Nate Sudfeld show hit. And we're all wondering if the Eagles are going to go fall flat. And we all remember they were underdogs in every single game they played in the playoffs, and they won every last one of them. So you can sit here and say, well, there goes, that's the wrap for the Eagles season. Or you could say this is just like last year, and the team that's had a hangover from that whole magic carpet ride last year can now get some form of momentum to say, let's do it again. Nobody thinks we can. Bust out the dog masks, put out Nick Foles, bring back John DiFilippo. Good times rolling. That's the most positive view. I cannot put a more silver lining on that whole thing.
That's very positive.
Because the, J.J. and LeGarrette Blount and most of the injured members of the Eagles defense are not walking through that door. Coming in the Los Angeles Rams, who are no doubt ready to put a nail in the coffin of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018, based on that performance we saw on Sunday Night Football against the Bears. So, that's your latest in the National Football League. Those are 2 huge stories. Eric Berry back for the Chiefs. I cannot tell you how much of a game changer that could be for a team. What are the Chiefs missing other than health and Kareem Hunt not hitting women? And what else? That's it. Oh, yes. Solid pass defense. There you have it. Eric Berry's back. Kareem Hunt is not walking through that door. They've made do so far. And against a Ravens team that was hitting them in the mouth over and over again with a running game, over and over again. The Ravens were challenging them. So that's a huge game changer. And Wentz, I don't even know. I mean, the way that they've been playing, maybe Foles can do better. I'll be very honest with you here. What would that mean for Wentz's legacy? And I mean, if this happens again, and this is why, again, it could be just for this week. He's not expected to go. If you heard, that's the Ian Rappaport phrase. The phrase of information men and women, it's not expected. There are no plans. So just in case Wentz just runs out there like a deer on Sunday, it'll be just like, well, there were no plans. It looked bad on Wednesday. But let's just play this whole thing out here. Okay? Let's play the whole thing out here. Carson Wentz sits this thing out. Foles can come back in. Maybe they're better off here. Backs against the wall. They band together. He flings it around. And this is why you hold on to him. How many people wanted him traded? Why wouldn't they trade him? Quarterback controversy. Remember there's the quarterback controversy conversation? That's why when we go crazy in the media or you go crazy in the fan base, coaches and front offices just take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. We don't know Wentz is coming. When Wentz is coming back, let's keep on to Nick Foles. Nick Foles isn't sitting there pounding the table saying, I demand a trade. I need out of here. I need to make sure that I'm making good for me best I possibly can because I am the Super Bowl MVP. Nope. Sit back. Wait an opportunity. Here it is again. Wow. Can't make this stuff up. Flat out can't make it up.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.